Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Coffee Time. And this is Sami again here. And let's check the date, let's check time, and let's see what's what's the time, what's the date today. And today, as you see here, is Saturday, 3 December 2022, and from Netherlands. And let's check, guys. This is again December, and again and again and again new year, and again uh, we are going to celebrate maybe 25 years as a Christmas, but not in my own country, somewhere else. And yeah, that is really uh, is it painful or something like that? No, but this is life and destiny, and yeah, yeah. Okay, happy Christmas from now still. and yeah, and each year when it's about December, I get some rare feelings about things about, I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's tell me, hey, one more year, one more year, one more year, one more year, and it is you are 50 right now. Okay, okay. Let's check what we wanna do today. I've played some chess, and let me open my YouTube channel. Take a look here. One day back, I we made your application as C Sharp API and Swagger, and we talked about we made some classes there, and after that we get access to them, and one too many, one too many, many too many, or I don't know. Um, and now let's talk about DTOS, data transfer object. Uh, let's see. I want to say DTOS is some globally word, and I want to say here, for example, C sharp DTOS example. Okay, I want to show you something. Data transfer object. What is this? If you take a look in our project here, which we made, we have here three main classes: address, employee, and numbers. You see here in employee, there is a list of addresses. It means each employee has more addresses. And here in addresses, if we say each address has more numbers, you see, with other word, employee class has two type of list. If I want to translate it, okay, this class, it has two lists. One you see here addresses, and one other is numbers. It's belong to this property, to addresses. That's why you are not seeing here. When you call addresses, it's going automatically call that numbers also, okay? And now let's imagine like this. I have here address, numbers, employee. But now before we want to return something from our database, we want to work on it. For example, uh, for example, uh, for example, let me run this. Let me see, or it runs. uh, okay, this was this, and here I'm gonna click there, and this was our result. Okay, you say, okay, Sami has one address, and that address has two numbers. You understand structure? If you see first, and now say, what is DTO, what is data transfer? If I'm stopping this now, and I want to say here, I have here new class, I want to say, for example, this is my DTO. Okay, what is in this DTO class? what is in this DTO class. This DTO class has no ID like this because we don't want to save these things in our database. We want to show these things and user show, just show. Okay, and for that I want to say employee class has here an employee name. I'm going exact copy that. I want to say this property employee name in employee class is belong also to this class. Okay, here what more I want to show my user. Take a look here. Okay, I stopped it. When I run it, it show me employee name plus addresses plus numbers. Okay, I want to say here this class has again a list of addresses. With other word, is a copy of our employee. Okay, I take it here and I say here this is simplest case. This is very useful. Okay, and now I have other class here. As you see, my DTO class. And here in DTO class, I want now flashback to my controller here. And here you see that was simplest one. And now, if I'm saying here now something else, you see when I run this, what I'm getting as a result, just what should. Just it gives me a list of what you ask, what is your logic. Okay, and now let's focus on this. When I click here, as default what we installed, we get this object. Okay, and now I want to say we don't want that object. You see it say here, it's give me a type of object of employee, not DTO. Okay, DTO is something else. This is DTO, this is employee. But the thing is this, that is this, when I'm saying here I'm going to return an employee object, my DTO object is also contain all property of employee. It say when I say employee, with other word, I can now return here instead of my employee my DTO class and just name. And okay, and now I want to say where x is equal to I say here I say here, let me see here, for example, let me show you some documentation. For example here, okay, here we have a class, we have other class, and for example here I say for example from being in underline context dot employee. Okay, dot employee, and as you remember that employee is include v dot addresses, and here then include what you saw in the last one, then include g dot numbers. Okay, and now take a look here. Here for example here what we include. Okay, and now you can say here and now we want now to select something. Okay, here say select exact, you can copy this. Here you make new object of your DTO, new my DTO, you say where is my here, let me wait a moment. Okay, I wanna say my DTO, and here, and now I want to, and now here I have access to my DTO object, which is now the same as employee. Okay, but here we have one class that are we going to work, but there we have three classes. And now what is property here in DTO? It has employee name. I want to say here in my controller, I want to say employee name is equal to what? B dot employee name. what you get from database. I'm replacing, look, here I send a call to my database, I get some data back as in the form of variable b, and here I'm replacing the original object, what I'm getting from my database, with my DTO, what I want to fill it up to show. For example, maybe I want just show name to my user. Let's take a look here. For example, here return xx, just rerun it. Let's see or what we get. Okay, you see, we get only name. Okay, addresses is empty. When addresses is empty here, when address is empty, it wants to say number is also empty there. Okay, and now here I say, okay, employee name plus for example Sami welcome. For example, I want to say each name is this. For example, I want to concatenate that string and show something else to my front end, or to someone who called here. I want to show a specific data. Take a look here, and the name is not more what you see in my database. The name is a mix of database and what I change here in my DTO object. Okay, and here I want to say addresses is equal to b.addresses. Okay, and now let's rerun it again and see what we get. Okay, here again I make a call to my endpoint, and take a look here. We get exactly as we had with the original object here. But the point is, here we work exact direct with all classes, but here I have made one class. Here just I have made one class with two property, and I say, hey Mr. X, you have to make application, and this is the class that you work. It has two things, that this guy has no access to original classes, because some of classes they say that you have to work only with instance of a class. With a class you can't work. Yeah, you know, sometimes classes are so sensitive that you work just with an instance of that. And here is in this case, okay, I make a class, I say, okay, you have to make an endpoint for me that is going to return employee addresses and numbers with one class, and that is DTO, because this is going to take all of property from original class, and I don't need to make a deal with the original one. Okay, if it's need, we do that, but the thing is that here we want to change output. Please don't forget, we want to change output. We want to fill up our object how we want. Okay, maybe I wanna say here, I wanna say if a request is coming from some place in the world, show something else than this. Okay, I'm not going to explain too much about this, and I think this is very good to understand what is DTO and how you make a deal with DTOs. Okay, I'm going to name it as the second part of C# and API, and let's see what we get in the future, and let's develop this. Okay, have a nice day, see you in next one, and have a nice weekend. Ciao.